Hey girlies, it's Tammy. I'm back at you with a new video today. This is the look I created. I didn't really know at the beginning where I was going with this, but I love how it turned out. I love the pigment I used on my eye. It is SugarPill Goldilux Pigment, and on my lips I have Colourpop Kapow Ultra Matte Lipstick. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you give it a big thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye. Okay girly, so I've already got foundation and eyebrows on just to save time. Now I'm going in with my primer. This is the Jordana 12 Hour Made to Last eyeshadow base in continuous almond, and I'm just placing that all over the lid and buffing it out with a really dense brush. But I would recommend after this step putting down a skin tone powder, maybe a translucent powder, just to stop the stickiness of the base. But I forgot, so I went in with the Tartelette palette and I took this dark brown shade and started buffing that into my outer V and my crease. Once I'm happy with where I've placed the colour, I'm just going to go in with a clean blending brush and blend out the edges of that brown. I'm sorry if I do sound down today guys, I am sick. I have got this cough cold. It's so cold in London, like so cold, it's not even funny. Sorry. Now going in with this Illamasqua palette, and I'm taking this black shade. If you remember this palette guys, everyone went crazy for it because it went on sale from like £30 to like £11, and everyone and their mum went to grab it. I got it too. It's a nice palette, it's got nice colours, but I don't use it that often. I just kind of went with the hype. But I'm placing that on my inner and outer corner, so we're kind of doing a spotlight eye today. I really wanted to use this SugarPill pigment in Goldilux, which is coming up next, so I really wanted that to be the main focus of the eye. So now I'm going in with a clean brush again and just blending out the black. Just like the brown, you will need to go in with a few layers until you're happy with how dark the black is. It's up to you obviously how dark you want to go, but I like mine's quite pigmented as I want the gold to stand out right next to it. So I went in with another layer of black. Now going back in with my Tartelette palette, I'm going to be taking this grey tone purpley kind of colour. It's quite light, so I'm just going to be using that to break up the black as it was getting quite dark underneath my brow bone. Now going in with this colour for my brow bone, I kind of just decided to stick in the Tartelette palette because it is matte and it does, you know, do the job, I suppose. Now going in with my SugarPill Goldilux Pigment. This is a sample, so this is not the actual packaging from SugarPill. I got a sample from a girl on Depop and I'm just trying it out. So I sprayed my brush with some Fix Plus, and this pigment is amazing. Amazing. It's so reflective, so shimmery, like most pigments I suppose, but this gold is like a liquid gold. It's so amazing. Whenever applying pigments, guys, you always want to remember to pat it in. That way you get less fallout, even though we haven't done our concealer or anything yet, so it doesn't really matter about fallout. But if you do happen to do your face before your eyes and you're doing a really pigmented shadow or a really sparkly shadow, always use like a Fix Plus or water and always dab. It doesn't 100% take away fallout, but it does help it. So now I'm just putting a bit more black and blending that with the Goldilux pigment. So now I'm just going to be moving on to my face. I'm going to be taking the LA Girl Pro Conceal and Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. Whew, big mouthful. And I'm going to be placing that everywhere I want to highlight, under my eyes, my forehead, down my nose and my chin, and on my cupid's bow. And I'm going to be blending that in with the Beauty Blender and my foundation sponge. I kind of switch between. It kind of just helps the blending process. Sorry guys, not Beauty Blender, I meant the Real Techniques. Oh my gosh, my throat is killing me. The Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Complexions, Miracle, Sponge, something like that. Oh, I forgot to mention, sorry if you can hear my kids going crazy in the background while I'm doing this voiceover. They're a bit hyper today. Sorry. Now going in with my LA Girl Pro Conceal again, and this time I'm going to use the shade to contour. I still 100% prefer my ABH cream contour kit, but this is a cool way to contour on a budget, I suppose. So I'm just going to be placing that on the, what are those things called? Hollows of my cheeks, the forehead and underneath my jawline, so I can lose my extra chin. Now going in with my Ben Nye Banana Powder, I'm going to be setting everywhere that I highlighted, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f., I believe this is the blush brush, but I love this brush for applying powder under the eyes. So nice. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my MAC Studio Fix powder. I believe this is NC50 or NC55, and I'm just going to be swiping that all over the areas that I did not highlight, even a tiny bit of the areas that I did highlight, just to blend it all together. So now going in with my favourite contour powder, I use this all the time. I'm going to be using the City Colour B Matte Bronzer in Chocolate Truffle. To bronze the skin, I'm going to be using this Rimmel Match Perfection bronzer, and I'm going to be using this Real Techniques dupe brush. If you haven't seen my review for these brushes already, I will link it below for you. Now for the bottom lash line, I'm going back in with this Tarte palette. Why not? Everything else was from this palette. And I'm going to be placing that underneath my lower lash line and really smudging that out because I wanted it to be smoky and sultry. Then using whatever is left on the brush that I use for the pigment, I'm just placing that on the middle of the bottom lash line. Then going in with this Makeup Revolution awesome metal thing and it's really metallic looking. It's called Rose Gold. Then going in with some mascara on my top and bottom lashes and some eyeliner. This is the Avon Super Shock Gel eyeliner, my favorite. And I'm also using a new thing today, Colourpop Wisp. I've swatched it before, but I've never actually used it on my face. It's nice, but it's not as pigmented as I like my highlighters to be. So I topped it with Becca Champagne Pop and it's popping now. Highlight on fleek. So now for my lips, I'm going in with a dark grey tone brown lip liner and I'm going to be outlining my lips and filling them in a little bit. And then I'm going in with Colourpop Kapow liquid lipstick, which is like a grey tone brown as well. A little bit lighter than the lip liner I used, but it dries down to almost the exact same shade. It's like a grey tone purpley brown on my skin tone anyway. On some other skin tones it will look completely different. That's just the way of lipstick. So I'm just placing that all over my lips and then I'm going in with some MAC Fix Plus, which I cannot go out the house without because as you can see I look very powdery right now. The highlight's powdery. As you spray this and it sets everything down into your face, it kind of just sinks it in and makes it look more skin-like, as you can see in this clip. So now I'm just placing on my eyelashes. I'm also placing a little bit of gel liner just to cover the band, and here is the finished look. So this is the final look, girlies. I changed my outfit and I put on a fake septum as I thought it went a little bit more with the makeup. And if you really like this grey tone lip like I do, then pick up the Colourpop one because this formula is to die for. It's one of the best matte formulas I've personally come across. But anyways, if you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, comment, follow my Instagram at Makeup by Tammy, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!